Hey everyone, Tech Dad here. Today we're going to be talking about a full review on the M4 2024 iPad Pro that I just picked up a few months ago. So had this bad boy for a little over 3 months now, and I actually traded in my MacBook to get it. So I wanted to save a little bit of money. My MacBook was over 5 years old anyway, and I wanted a device that could do everything. And so I'm thinking maybe this iPad Pro can finally do that. Maybe it can be my computer and my tablet together. And so we're going to break that down for you and see how that's gone for me. So like I said, I've been using this iPad Pro exclusively as my only computing device for the past 3 months, and I want to tell you how this experience is going for me. So basically, there are three things I want to talk about in this video. First, I want to talk about its thinner, lighter design, the screen, just the makeup of the iPad itself and its quality. Second, I want to talk about the accessories that you can get for the iPad, namely the Apple keyboard and the Apple Pencil. These are game-changing accessories that if you're going to use the iPad professionally, I don't think you can live without them. Third, let's talk about the Pro apps for the iPad and how you can use productivity apps effectively on the iPad, things like Microsoft Office, Final Cut Pro, and other applications. So first, let's talk about the iPad itself and its quality. Of course, it's noticeably thinner. It feels great in hand, and it's awesome when I'm in the classroom teaching. It's very portable, very light. I can get around from student to student, showing them examples, working through math problems with them. So I definitely like the portability and lightness of it. Second, the OLED screen is new to this iPad Pro model. The normal iPad Air does not have the OLED screen. The screen is fantastic. It is ridiculously bright. A big improvement, I think, a big upgrade. And one reason to get the Pro specifically. The OLED screen is so bright, I had the iPad on my nightstand at night. My wife and I were sleeping. A notification went off, and the screen lit up so bright that it woke us up. So it's that insanely bright. Very good quality screen. You're going to love it. And about the screen, I got the 13-inch size because I was replacing my MacBook, and so I definitely wanted something that was going to serve as a laptop type size, and I have not regretted the 13-inch size. It is awesome. I look at the smaller iPads now, the 11-inch that some of my family members have. It looks so tiny. Love this 13-inch size for just productivity, teaching and writing on, and also gaming on. It is really awesome. Okay, so let's talk about this keyboard for a minute. So this is the actual Apple keyboard, and I have not regretted buying this. Despite it being $350, it is of amazing quality. It feels like a MacBook keyboard. It's the all aluminum finish. It's got the larger trackpad from the previous generation. And it comes with the top row of buttons that are like a MacBook, so you can control brightness and volume and things like that that are just nice to have with a keystroke. So this has been an amazing keyboard. I also like that it's magnetic, and so when I'm teaching and I have it connected to the keyboard, but I want to pop the iPad off and walk to a student and show them a math problem, this is great for just removing it from the keyboard, and it's just instantly a tablet. So I feel like this keyboard really helps you go back and forth between tablet and computer quickly. I've gotten off-brand keyboards on Amazon before. They fall apart. They're usually junk. They don't connect as well like this one does. This is an amazing keyboard. Well worth the money if you're going to use your iPad as your only computer. All right, so the next accessory I want to talk about is the Apple Pencil, and I think if you're going to have an iPad, the Apple Pencil is really awesome to have, especially if you're in a line of work that uses handwriting all the time, and I'm definitely in that. So I teach math in the evenings, and so I'm always writing all kinds of math problems and formulas, and the iPad is awesome for teaching math and for handwriting. It's kind of difficult sometimes to show expressions on a keyboard or on a computer. You just need to be able to write it and do the math by hand. This thing is awesome. The new Apple Pencil Pro has a few extra features. It's got some haptic feedback in it, so you can actually double tap to change to eraser and then back to writing again. That's a really nice feature. It takes a minute to get used to, but once you get the hang of it, you can quickly jump around with the tools. If you're into writing, drawing, or your job requires that, this thing is awesome. If you don't, I don't know if I'd buy this. I don't use it to navigate the iPad. I use it specifically for writing and drawing. So finally, let's just talk about Pro apps and the Pro workflow that the iPad offers now. The second monitor has been a real game changer. Once I saw that the iPad could do that, I really thought, okay, I can replace my computer now, so let's give it a shot. And it does work pretty well, so you can definitely have a lot more screen real estate, pull up multiple apps, pull up the same app multiple times like Excel, so you can have multiple sheets open at a time. That's a really nice feature. You couldn't do this sort of stuff 10 years ago on the iPad, so they've really come a long way with it. That being said, there are some weird bugs that come with the iPad right now, especially when you're using a second monitor. So when you use a web conferencing app such as Microsoft Teams or Zoom, some apps will turn your camera sideways, and there's really no way to fix that. So Zoom actually had this issue a few months ago, but they fixed it, so now it's working correctly. But Microsoft Teams, Discord, you're definitely going to get that sideways camera, which is really obnoxious. Another annoying thing about the second monitor is you can't share that screen when you're inside one of these conferencing apps. So I'm a project manager by day and I want to share my screen. Well, I have to do it on the little iPad screen. I cannot show it on the big screen. So that's kind of annoying, but I've learned to work around that a little bit. As far as apps go, though, they're pretty much fantastic. I mean, Microsoft has updated everything. Everything works pretty much like a desktop app. You have all the features at your fingertips. Final Cut Pro is actually pretty darn good to edit videos on the iPad with, and I've been editing all these videos on iPad. I don't like that Final Cut Pro is a subscription service now. It's $5 a month. And there you have it. There's my full quick rundown of the iPad Pro and my experience over the past 3 months. Would I recommend you get rid of your computer and work exclusively on the iPad Pro? I will admit that I have thought about running back to Apple and picking myself up a new MacBook. I even considered returning this in the first month, but after the first few months, I've actually gotten used to it and I'm getting more comfortable with the workflow, but I'm not sure that's something you want to say about a device that you just spent over $1,000 on. Unfortunately, the odd setbacks with video conferencing and just some web applications that don't work right, like Smartsheet. Do not try Smartsheet on the iPad Pro unless you're prepared to do a lot of workarounds. You definitely can't use the touch interface. The Smartsheet app is horrible, and it's just not a great experience on iPad. So that's my full review. I am an iPad lover. I've loved the device since it came out. I would definitely recommend getting it. I would even invite you to use it professionally. You definitely can get away with using it professionally on a day-to-day basis. Wouldn't recommend trading in your computer, though. Definitely keep your computer around just in case. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. We'll see you next time.